Hey, good afternoon, guys. Welcome to day 2 of the Nissan build. We're going to be continuing on from yesterday, fixing that hole. Went to Home Depot and got some tools to help with the job and see where we go from there. Open this guy up. It's an unboxing video now, boys. Beauty. I might get lucky and it might be the same size. Who knows? I used to have one of these, but I used to actually use it for drywall, not whatever we're going to use it for. Take your arm off. I'm picking this up too.
I knew it.
Okay, fantastic. Look at this.
Throw the bog in it.
Look at it. Nice and bright. Good old lights. We're getting back in the bill here. Got a little canter spot we found.
Yeah, little.
So from the seam there in the door jamb, pretty much back up to about here, this is all Bondo fiberglass. And if you look underneath too, you can see the big hole. It travels down pretty far. You can actually see where it changes color there. Right there. But yeah. Check it out in there. I got no shop right now, bro. Is that one? So we're taking it all apart here and
Yeah.
found a big old hole.
So, I guess in the middle of the night, there was an asteroid and a chunk of Mars fucking landed on Bill.
Oh my goodness.
That's Bondo. Like, listen. Quiet. That's thick.
That's what she said.
Oh, yeah. Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. It's just Bondo City.
Yeah. You're gonna have to get in there with a wire wheel.
That's absurd.
Trying to find where the floor is.
Oh my goodness. Oh fuck. My brain. Oh, my brain's falling apart right now. Oh, Bill. I'm sorry, buddy. Be gentle.
He's like, get your fingers out of me.
You're putting your fingers where they don't go, kid. Finger fucking the old man.
Yeah.
Right in his fucking taint. Bro, this is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, how much fucking Bondo fucking foam shit you gonna use? 2 cans? Oh my god. Dude, it literally just goes up and up and up and up and up.
Let me see. It's weird for a second.
That's insane. Oh my god. Sweet Mary Melissa.
Can you see it down yet? You can see right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's under this piece.
It's under the floor.
Yeah.
Where I said it was probably all rusty. Yeah, it's underneath the floor. Right here is where they cut. This used to be here. And right here is like the frame.
Okay, I see clean metal.
Right here, over here, is the floor where the seat is. Frame and floor. Yeah, this metal's all pushed in. This is exactly where he curved it. I can tell. Oh, drifter. Yeah, because there's a drain hole right here. Look, I'm gonna push down. Oh, you can see it. You can see the foam through the drain hole.
Hey, watch your fingers.
Yep. Ow!
Push it up.
I'm gonna send this. seen some shit. I've seen some hackery, but this is fucked. If they just would have fixed it right, this wouldn't be the case. Wow. It's all good. Fixing. Oh my god, it looks really fucking rough down there, buddy. It's like a coral fucking reef. Oh my god.
That's all the foam. There's one more piece in here. That's it. That's all the foam.
Holy fuck. Anton.
What?
Billy had some secrets.
Yeah, a little rusty.
Little fucking Bruce Jenner there.
A little rusty there, bro.
I got banned for 24 hours.
From where?
Facebook.
Again? There we go.
What did I say, Billy?
There it is.
I said pull up, pussy.
As you can see the sky out there from the rotted part. But I'm going to start doing the rough cut for this. I still have to trim it back a bit because of these pieces. We're going to bring it back and we're going to clean this up. And this corner too. We're going to bring this up and make this all nice. Probably cut this piece out here too because that's a little rusty. But get yourself a piece of cardboard and cut it bigger than the hole is. And then just start tracing it from the inside and you can cut it out, make a good template.
fucking disc is out of balance.
So we've got the hole all prepped and sanded. I've got another coat of that rust killer on there, and it's going to pull the rest of the rust up. Pretty much have the rough holes that we need to cut, and I cut them out on cardboard. As here, as you can see. Where are some of the others right here? Yeah. And this piece here too. So I can put them on here, put them in the corner, line them up as best we can. And I'm going to cut the shapes out. But before we do this, we need to get some parts cleaner or some acetone and wipe these down. Make sure they're nice and clean, and then put a coat of primer on it so we can get prepped for the rest of the stuff we got to do with it. We went out and got some metal prep. It's exactly what you need for this situation. Get yourself a little rag, pour some on there, and then you're gonna wipe it onto the metal. You can see all like the little things there. See how it's all different. That's gonna wipe away. See, and then you'll have a nice clean surface to prime. And you can see as the dirt gets put away, wiped away, whatever. So got the primer on. Now Brandon's just gonna throw some of that black paint on there. And then that'll be the inside of the bodywork. So we got going on this so far.
Yo, it's sweet because when you sit up here, you can watch.
Went home to pot. Got ourselves a little sander for the project. Pretty good, pretty good. Got it all cut out and cleaned. I got the piece that's gonna go right in here cut. It's right here. I cut it to the exact size, and then at the back here I'm gonna flush it up. So I have to bring it out just a little bit, weld that on, and then it'll be a perfect fit. Oh man, Brandon.
What?
I fucking love your welder, bro. As long as it's nicely covered in all that rust killer and shit.
Should I do one more layer before you ticky-tacky it on there?
We have to wait for it to dry then. So I'm just cutting out the design now into the steel. Just keep it nice and close to the edge, square as possible. And then just give it a little tracing out here. Now with these, when you cut it, you want it to be right next to the line, because these are gonna have some pretty tight pieces going in there. So we're back here. You guys see how this fits in there. Try and save this tape because it's really really good tape, and it's not, shouldn't just crumple it up, throw it on the floor. So this guy's gonna go right here. Okay, so after massaging the corners a little bit, because you're not going to get it perfectly dead on any time, so unless you're a professional, and you're just going to zero it in there, smooth the edges, and eventually it's going to fit in there. As you can see, got a pretty good fit. Yeah. I got this piece cut out. We're just making it flush and bringing it up so everything's in line with each other. Making sure everything clears. Eventually I'm going to tack it up there and then push that in so it's flush. And then we also got the piece underneath tacked in a bit. It's coming along nicely.
See? That's a dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's a dirty dude.
You're just going to put a little bit of hardener in there. If you put too much, you'll harden too fast, and then you'll just have a mess, and you won't have enough time to put it in where it's got to go.
That's what she said.
Oh! Make sure that all the brown's gone. Mixed in thoroughly. This stuff will start to set up fast, especially if you're working in a warm area. So don't dilly-daddle.
Hell yeah.
I think I made too much fiberglass.
Bacon a cake.
Right?
Seal up that gap going to the back.
Oh, yeah.
Too.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like you have extra.
Yeah.
And that drain hole, I can't wait to have that drain hole fucking patched.
Yeah.
That's the cause of your misery, my guy.
Actually, I might have the right amount.
What you're doing today, buddy?
What's up?
You know what you're doing?
Right? Done it a couple of times. Right? Done it a couple of times. So I fabricated this up, the poor man's metal brake. What you got to do is get yourself two of these big C-clamps. I highly recommend having at least two of them in your shop. Like, they're indispensable. This one's a little smaller one here. It's still pretty big size, like a 5-inch. That one's a little bit bigger. I have one that's like that. Perfect. It's good for doing brakes, pushing the caliper back in, you know, all kinds of little things. But I'm saying at least two good size C-clamps in the shop. So what we're doing here is we got this piece of 2x4 on here. Got the piece of panel underneath. And then I drew a line at 1/2 inch because we're going to have to bend the lip. You're going to have to bend it at a 90. And follow the lip on the car. And then we'll bring it out this way. What you're going to do is you're going to take a hammer. And you're just going to fold that edge down. And get it nice and tight to the bottom of this counter. So it's like a perfect 90. Or whatever that is. I'm pretty sure it's a 90. Also, with this, you don't have to do it with this because this is, I believe, 20 gauge steel. So it's pretty, like, you can bend it. So it's not too crazy. If you have a thicker piece of steel and you're good with a grinder, I wouldn't, like, even me, I don't know if I would even try it. But you can take the grinder and just score the back of this. Just butt it right up next to the piece of wood or steel you're using. Steel is preferable, like a big piece of angle iron. This is just all we had. Just run the grinder along here and just take a couple of, like, thousandths of the steel off. Take a couple of thousandths off of it. And just make it so it's a little easier to bend. And then you can just take it and bend it a little bit easier. But like I said, just a very, very small amount. Because if you cut too much, you go to bend it, it'll just snap. Because if you cut too much, you go to bend it, it'll just snap. You can see you can get a pretty tight 90 there. Where is it? Right here. You can see right down it. It's pretty good, pretty straight. Just keep hammering on it. Just make sure you measure twice and hammer once. Here's that piece we ended up bending. I got it clamped to the bottom here. And I'm just trying to follow the body lines. You see how it comes here and then it turns? You'll bend this up this way and then probably follow this line too until we're flush all the way along. And we can just weld a nice seam. So I sketched out the bottom. There's the back of the car. And then it's going to come along like this. We're probably going to come out another inch or so from our final measurement. This is just a rough trace around the frame, but it's also got to come up like this, right? But yep. Okay, so I got the piece in the brake. We bent it a bit, but it's got to go some more. So I ended up getting out my angle finder. I put this against the bottom of the rocker, and then there'll be two bends in it. So there'll be the 45 coming this way, around 45, and then there'll be another 90 going straight up, which will be the face of the rocker. So we're just doing the bottom part now. I don't know if you can see it. And then we're gonna bend it around. So you're gonna bend her down a bit. Just work along. Sometimes it's a little, depending on how thick the steel you got is. I'm just gonna form it. So I ended up making this template as well, just so we can get a little bit more accurate on it. if this is the back of the rocker here, and this is the way that's going out towards it. So it's gonna go something like that. As you can see right down. It's almost in the exact shape we need to be. Okay, for the second bend is usually where you'd need a good break, because the area that you have to bend is very small, right? So we're just bending a small area. So if I grab it down here, it's just going to bend the whole thing. So usually with a break, you'd have a piece that goes in here, and you could bend just this piece. But since we don't have the luxuries of that, we just have to use what we got. Never be intimidated by work, because if you take long enough time on a project, you'll get it done. And see, look at that. You can see the body of the rocker coming together. So yeah, I'm looking at the body of the car, and this piece here, like I said, this piece and this piece are pretty much on a 90. So I'm just going to keep going down with this until this piece is pretty much flush with the floor. Then I go back to the car and check it out again. Another easy way to do this is get yourself a nice straight block of wood. You put it on here and then use this hammer instead of hammering directly on it, because you'll make a bunch of little divots. Put this on there and use this to bend it over. There now, as you can see it's almost flush with the floor now. I'm going to take it back over and check it on the car. I don't want to go too much more than 90, because then I have to bring it back. It's better to go a little bit of increments at a time. Go close, bring it over, bring it over, bring it over, till you're right there. Got the piece a little mocked up on the bottom here. As you can see, it's getting pretty freaking close. Just have to massage this out a bit, but with this too, you can also start from the bottom. You'll start tacking your way along, and as you get closer to it, you just bend it. But if you take a look, you can get it pretty close. Car now. See how close it is to the body. We're gonna just curve it around and make it come in a little closer, like that. We're gonna weld her all in. Just gotta cut the. I just trimmed it at the back so I came close to where we have to cut it, so we can see. And then we're gonna cut along the seam so make it perfect. And then this piece is gonna cut it around here. And that's it. This piece is going to cut it around here. And that's it. Got the piece in there. It's almost pretty flush. I just gotta bend it a bit more. But yeah, that's it. Just gonna pop this in.
That is so good. That is satisfying as fuck.
Yeah, it's nice. Eh? I smoothed it all out here too, so it's more flush. Here with the hammer.
Wow. Like, I don't even think the contour picks up on the film, but once there's fiberglass and you can't really see this little lip step up here, I think it'd trick a few people.
Yep.
I honestly think it will.
It's amazing.
It's like looking. I don't even know if the camera can like perceive this. Like, it's just same all the way through. So that's awesome. And then he did some. I'm gonna move away. I don't really want to get blinded by the light, but he did plug welding here. You know, drill holes, because you're obviously not going to weld along there. That's stupid.
Yeah.
So you drill holes, you plug those.
Yeah, it's a little. You got a little bit more meat to weld too.
Exactly.
Right, because under here, like, it's pretty old steel, right?
Yeah.
So getting the lips to match up. If you just plug it and then boop, 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 all the way along.
And that's how cars are made. If you ever do your paint job on your own car, you'll see these all along your car. Yeah. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. You don't need to see this. These all along your car. Yeah. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. You don't need to see this.
Set up. I don't forget to be able to get much in here. Squeeze board.